How is everybody? Is everybody good? I'll wait for the chat to scroll on up. How are you, Eastern Shore? Hi, you guys. Okay, when was the full moon? It was yesterday. Yes, so we are on the other side of the full moon. People either react 3 days before or 3 days after. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on. I can't see any of your chats. I can't see them. Hi, how are you? I know, 3 days in a row, right? I'm still wearing that, I'll go running in this in the morning. I'll sleep in it, I'll sleep in this, and then I'll get up. That's the problem. I sleep in my makeup, take it off when I get back from running, and then put it back on so I can sleep in it. And not, sometimes it just doesn't, whatever. So, yeah. Hi from Toronto. Hi, you guys. Ashley. Hi. Hi, Ashley. Victorville. Oh my gosh. Look, y'all, my retainer came in. I broke it and now here it's back. So I got to wear it a whole lot. I got to wear it. I went to get it. It's so funny. I go to the orthodontist I went to when my kids were little. Well, we had one and Keith told on her because she scraped all Keith's teeth down when she took his braces off, and he told me, and I went in and I'm like, you can't touch his teeth. She's like, I didn't. And Keith was like, she did. And he was just little, like 10. So anyway, I found Dr. Whitney, and then the other dentist took over. Dr. Whitney's probably passed. But anyway, the other dentist finished my boy's teeth and then did my teeth, and then I ruined my retainer, so I just got it in. I'm very excited. So yes, yeah, everything is going good. It's going good. Kingston, Ontario. Okay, so cool. I'm going to talk about energy. I know another video, I hated braces at 30, but probably need them. See, Beth, mine, I had, Dr. Whitney did them. When the kids, we went to Dr. Whitney, I think Keithy was 10, Jason would have been 13. So we had to redo their braces, right? Because the first doctor didn't really deal with Keith's teeth right. He had the same teeth. He had like a lot of teeth and, whatever. Anyway, so I had my braces put back on then. I actually had metal braces. And it was good because it pushes your lips out. So I had metal braces, right? And how does the retainer? Oh, it's fine. I love wearing retainers because I'm always worried about chipping my teeth because I'll crunch in. I eat ice and stuff. So retainers is good, but you can't drink or eat anything with it except water. So I'll probably lose 10 pounds because I'm munching on popcorn. And so there you go. Castro, Canada here. Yeah, so it was so funny because I put the braces on. Then when Dr. Whitney was retiring, he put a retainer behind my teeth, behind it to hold it. And they were so perfectly straight. But I broke it every other month. So Dr. Silva took over. I broke the retainer from behind. And it was $80 a month to fix. Every time I bit into something and forgot. So then I just wore plastic, then I broke, and then my teeth went a bit wonky, so she fixed it. See? Can you see, y'all? I hate Novocaine too. See? It's that. See? I got little hooks to keep them in place. I got my bottom one. Never does anything happen to my bottom teeth. It's just my top teeth because I got a mouthful of teeth catching up on you now. Yeah, well, we're not mentioning anything on here. I don't mention, if you're beneath me, I don't mention you. Unless literally I'm having sex with you and you're beneath me, then I might say something to you if I'm having sex with you. Get it? If I'm having sex with you and you are beneath me, then yeah, baby. Yeah, no, I'm excited. When you get older, you got nothing to, I fix things. So I'll fix things. I'll look for other things to fix. I love chewing ice cubes. Do you know how many teeth I have like little dings and divots in? That's my problem. Sloan, my husband is turned boys against me. Oh yeah, I don't know how to help you. It took me 33 years to get the hell out. So I don't know what to say. Iron deficiency? Yes, from ice cubes. Turning. Yes. No, I got it. I got it. I'm like, turkey? What? No, it's not Thanksgiving yet. Went to the dentist today. Oh my God, the work to get done. Yeah, there's a lot of work. this, I can feel every time I go in altitude, I can feel something back here, but I'm like, okay. Um, yeah, they can get yellow. I'm always fixing stuff. I just do it. I don't know why. It's just a project. I'm a project. I have a great smile. It's literally this tooth is bucking out over this and I can see it. So I'm like, no, I want the retainer to fix it. No, I can't stand buck teeth. Anyway, because the two front ones buck out always. No, don't tell yourself that. Don't say you're poor or you're this or you're that. That's a spell on your mind. Go to the dentist and just work to get your teeth fixed. Like that was a priority. I didn't have much money when my kids were little. It was a priority. Braces and glasses. Definite priority. All of that stuff. I mean, it's just a priority. I don't understand how people don't. Dentists are expensive, but there are, as I said, if you go to Costco and you join Delta Dental, their group insurance, Delta Dental's group insurance, and you look up for the dentist, for orthodontist, or for whatever, you get discounts. So you can sign up through that. Okay, no one ever has enough money except for those that do. But if you keep saying it, don't speak unkindly to yourself. The idea of being poor, if you have food to eat and can go to the dentist, you're not poor. But it's money is an energy, so it's the way we feel about ourselves, and it's an energy. That doesn't mean everybody's meant to be rich or billionaires or millionaires, whatever, but it is an energy. So yeah, I do take my teeth I take my teeth seriously. Yeah, my teeth, everything. I'm very rich in, yes, you're very rich in many ways. You're rich, period. Money's an energy. Money's not even real, and it's an energy. And once you get away from people telling you, like anytime anyone says, I don't have the money, or I don't have this, or I don't have that, I'm like, I can't hear you. None of us all have what we want, right? Because I would have my little Porsche and I'd be driving the hell away. Yes, you do. Yes, because you had braces. Exactly. You'll figure it out. You can usually they make payment plans and it's good. I mean, dentists, they're pretty good. Mine have always been lovely. I mean, I used to try to make the money for the kids. Each of them was like $125 a month for each kid on their braces. And sometimes I didn't have that extra. And so I was like, ugh, or I was worried about it, but we managed it. It's the wife, right? It's not Donald Trump's daughter. It's the mom, right? The ex-wife, right? I thought it was care credits. Very good. I thought it was the, hi, Matthew. Hi, Matthew. I thought it was the, yeah, no, I know it's expensive. It is expensive. It is. Wait, it was Donald Trump's Ivana. I don't know which one. I thought it was the kid, but it's not. It's the mom. So if it's the mom, not the kid, because I thought it was the daughter, and I'm like, why is she dying? She looks pretty healthy. Oh, she was found at the bottom of the stairs. I love when that happens. You know what that is? That happened to my little Aunt Ruthie when she was 94. Yeah, Trump's ex-wife. I first thought it was a kid and I flipped out. I'm like, that woman should not. Yeah, you know, yes, Trump will be president again. That's like a payoff. Anyway, I don't know why she's a payoff, and she's 76, but you know, my little Aunt Ruthie lived in a triplex in Toronto. Like they owned the thing and they had a basement. So you had to go down and do your laundry. And she would always do her nails. She was 94. Her nails, her little lipstick, her hair. Her hair was white always, like white, white, white. And she had little high heels on. And she tripped down the stairs and landed on her head. So that's a problem. Yeah, that money is energy. Money is energy. I spit out water. I hate it when I'm at the bottom of the stairs. I know that's a thing though. Like they wear, you know what? I just found out my friend Johnny, construction worker Johnny that helped me do the floors in my old house. Like we redid the house, we did the floors. Anyway, Lori texted me, I get it, and prayers for Johnny needed. I'm talking Johnny, the one that helped me move, that Johnny. And he redid my old house and he knew my boys. Anyway, and he's a Sagittarius. I don't know the rising sign. He fell off the roof backwards. Hi, Bobby. I mean, he's not like that, but he fell backwards and shattered his leg and everything. So I guess Lori called me yesterday and I called her back, but I haven't talked to her. So Yeah, I'm so lame. I fall upstairs. Me too, Phyllis. I fall up when I'm running up. Down, I'm careful. My cancer baby. Oh, cool. Happy birthday to Lizzie's little baby. And it's Chirp Chirparoo's birthday today. Little Chirp. I remember falling down a flight of 14. Oh my God. Yeah, I can fall flat footed, dry, even surface. That's someone pushing your ass like that. Yeah, exactly. But I want to talk about the energy because we had this thing in our society and it's really weird. This 40 next week, happy birthday. I want to talk about the energy on the planet because we are, yeah, Summer Wells. Happy birthday. I did a Summer Wells reading. I'll do another one. I'll do another one. But yeah, the energy on this planet is very interesting because it's we have people in our society and energy. Okay, so little kids, they're born, right? And they grow up, whatever. They grow up in their neighborhoods. And we are taught that you need to point things out to other people, like you're short, you're fat, you're ugly. Little kids are always like, you're ugly, Hi to the UK. And so it's all of those things. But yeah, thank you for the birthday wishes for Chirparoo. Chirparoo. Yeah, I call him, he hates it. He's like, ugh. Every night he used to come in and I go, hi, Chirpy. Yeah, I go, hi, Chirpy. And then Keith would come in and I go, hi, Dewey. And they're looking at me. Jason, because he had little mouth and it was chirp, chirp, chirp. He was like a second old and his little mouth was trying to talk and he was trying to like tell us things. And then Keithy looked like a big head and a little body, like a dewdrop on a leaf. So they were so cute. Yeah, thank you for the birthday wishes. Titanium, yeah, his hair color. Doesn't like his mom blonde hair, but I know. He goes, I don't bleach my hair. It's titanium. Okay, whatever. That's what he called it. He goes, it's not just like yours. And I'm like, oh yeah, it pretty much is. But anyway, could you do another? I'm gonna try. I've got to start doing some more readings. But what I wanted to say is the energy. I know he texted me earlier, but what I wanted to say is the energy that we have on this planet is super interesting because it's designed to thwart your happiness, your joy, all of those things. So it's designed for people to, let's see, my blonde is dye and not bleach anymore. Yes, well, mine's bleach. And this is my real color blonde right here. Like, it looks dark compared to that, but I'm like a dishwater blonde. They say it's blonde. I would call this brunette. I would literally call that brunette. But anyway, the energy on this planet is designed to take away your joy. And if you take away people's joy, then they don't respond and they never meet their full potential, right? Yeah, they never meet their full potential as a person because their joy's been taken away. So they feel defeated. They feel angry. Dishwater. Well, they call it dishwater. I mean, who's calling it dishwater? I don't even know why I'm blonde, except that I like blonde. I'm looking for Jason's titanium hair picture. I actually like Jason's little, I like his hair color, his natural hair color. And Keith had golden blonde hair naturally and green eyes. And he was fabulous. And it was golden in the sun. Like it got a nice golden color, like a true golden blonde. Keith was a towhead when he was a baby. Jace had like brown hair, more like his dad's color hair. Kind of funny, but the energy gets, I'm looking for this picture. Now you got me on the titanium. It's lucky I remembered. I'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, we went through that whole thing. I literally got a lecture on its titanium color. I'm like, I don't even know what that means, but all right. Oh, here it is. You can't really see he's with Lila, but don't look at the beard. Look, it kind of is a different blonde. See the blonde back there? That's titanium. There's Chirpy and Rascal. That's last year. Chirp and his titanium hair and Rascal. So yeah, that's what it is. Gray is good with light hair because it adds like texture and dimension. So thank you. Oh my God, I love my Jason. Yeah, I'm sure Keithy is. I remember him. Yeah, it was a titanium. I've got to ask my hairdresser. I keep forgetting to ask about that. Okay, so what I wanted to say is the energy on this planet is kind of interesting because we are taught how to hold ourselves down and not celebrate our positive attributes. Everybody has positive attributes, but we are taught, like people will say, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. I have a night off. Oh, thank you. That's so cute. You have a night off and you're spending it here. I love platinum too. But I'm doing the dark in between. Well, my hair's all kooky from running. But anyway, we don't ever celebrate the happiness that we have. Okay, we never celebrate it. We tell people you got to work 9 to 5. You got to do this kind of job. You got to make this kind of money. You got to look like this. Who's telling people this? It's all to keep it's a mind fuck. It's like, it's abs, redheads are fiery. I've had my hair red. I love auburn. I'm not a redhead by nature. You know, it's a little bit winterish for me, but I love the blonde. But we're taught. So we have to tell our kids to emphasize the joy. It doesn't matter what they do for a living because none of that makes, office. I can't sit still. I cannot sit still. Like, you know, this is hard for me to do. Ask Bobby. I'm always driving and on the phone. Like I'm coming down from the mountains, driving to the mountains, finding Starbucks. I'll go to the dollar store just to go somewhere. I'll peruse the dollar store, you know? Oh God, a redheaded Aries. Keep them away from me. No, thank you. Aries always has red going through their hair though. A double Aries. Okay, Joe, I'll try to be nice, but you know how I feel about that shit. That Aries shit. Oops. Sorry. It's my power thing. You know how I feel about that Aries shit. I can't go there with them. Yeah, the wife died. The older, Trump's ex-wife. The dollar store. Yeah, no, but I mean, I'll do it just to leave the house. When I was in like middle school, I used to just literally get up and leave the class and walk out. I could not sit and hear what they were saying. I was like, oh my God, I can't. And I would just get up. Keith did that too. So Keith was a little bit like me, the ADD out the door. Jason is as well. Yes, teach them to be happy. Doesn't matter what money you have. Everybody's capable of making their own money. And I've done it when I was younger. Feel really bad because I didn't have the money that other people had. I don't care now because you know what? I have my free time. So I may not have it, but I have, still ADD, yeah. Keithy was a Sag. He'd crawl under the table, all 6'4" of them in a restaurant, under the table and go on. Because I'd say, no, sit till the end of dinner. And like we're talking. And he's like, nope. And he'd just go. She loves to hate to love the Aries. Yeah. No, I just can't marry them again. I did it twice. I can't do it. 1961. Wow, Joe. I went to Catholic school in 1961. Holy moly. That's an interesting take. No, Ivanka is the daughter of Ivana. Well, then Ivana died. The mother died, not the daughter. We went through that at the beginning. So we have to do things that make us happy. People get so, I have to pay the bills. I have to do this. And you do. But when you realize that you should take more time to enjoy what you're doing, it's absolutely, nuns are psychotic. There's some psychotic thing with nuns and they're always beating people, right? I don't get it. Virgo married to an Aries. Virgo and Aries, actually, you'll see that a lot. Virgo and Aries, you will see that. So anyway, how do you feel about Aries? Yes, I feel the same about Tauruses too. I'm not a Gemini, I'm a Leo. I'm not a Gemini. No, I feel that way about it. I'm not a Gemini, I'm a triple Leo, but who talks a lot. But nonetheless, I mean, Aries are like Scorpions, but they have no control over their bullshit. So they go, bleh, and they fly off the handle. But the thing is, with any sign, it depends where it is in your chart and what axis it's hitting. And if it's south node, north node, whatever it is, how you respond to it. So certain people, I'm freedom oriented. So any kind of earth sign makes me insane because earth is very predictable and, they're cautious and I can't. I'm like, I must go somewhere else. Bye. I gotta go. And they're like, you have to have a backup plan. I never had a backup plan. So I know, poor little Tauruses. I'm not picking on any of you Tauruses, but it's just, I can't think like a Taurus. It makes me crazy. I don't think exactly like that. Yeah, Taurus is fine if you're a Taurus. So is Aries if you're an Aries. I'm just not marrying you. I'm not marrying you, and you're not asking me to marry you, so it's cool. I can't be structured, and I literally, with Uranus in the first house and Pluto, I cannot listen. I can't. Like, if you're gonna, whatever, go ahead and do it, but don't waste my time. I gotta go. I gotta go. Turning 55. Oh, there you go. 55. You're a year behind me. I'll be 56, right behind you. Gemini moon, Sag sun. Yeah, it's so interesting. Sun is Cancer. Boy, did we go head to head? Yeah, Cancers are a difficult bunch, you know. Cancers are like a strange bunch. I love the Cancers, but their moods, oh my God. Their moods. Oh my God. Like, what? Yeah, their moods are crazy. I'm a Taurus with bipolar. You know, here's what I'm going to say about that. When my kids were younger, I was told one of them was autistic. He's not. I just pulled him out of the school. As soon as they started with that shit, I pulled him right out of the school. 57, happy birthday. I pulled him right out of the school. Then I was told, you know, too hyper doesn't sit still. I'm not putting you on meds. That's who you are. I know I've got to get back to doing it. I'm not putting you, moods, yeah. I'm not putting you on meds. So in our society, that's what I'm saying energetically, we tend to believe what they tell us. Like all kids, and that's to benefit teachers. All kids should be this way because the teachers like it better. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but what I'm saying is each and every person has their own natural energy and they want you to stifle it here and be like a zombie drone in school, like a good little yuck going to, you know, whatever, right? Yeah, they are crabby. They want you to do that. They want you to go to college. They want you to waste your time doing 9 to 5, paying for shit your whole life so you can have a vacation to go back to work, to be in debt, to cover it, to do that, all of that. I'd rather do what I want to do. So if it doesn't come easy to me, I'm not going to do it. That's just the way it is. Try it. Yes, I know with my kids, you know, yeah, homeschooling's very good. I did not have the patience for that. That is not, yeah, because of behavior. I got in trouble for behavior too, obviously. I got in trouble. I did. I did. I got pretty much in a lot of trouble because I pushed back always, and then I would just get up and leave. So there was a lot, you know, I was truant. And so was Keith. So there's that. Both were honor students. I didn't make it to that. But they teach us on this planet, like who tells, stereotypes. Those are energetic blocks that hold us back. Who tells you you can't be this or you can't be that or you have to do it this way? Who tells you? Exactly. Who tells you that? Who tells you you have to look a certain way, be a certain way? Who tells you? Who and why are they telling you this? And under whose authority are they telling you? That's what I always say. You're not my boss, the boss of me. The police don't like it when you say that. You're not the boss of me, but they don't like it when you have a differing opinion. And I can understand that. But at the same time, you kind of have to allow people to be who they are, exactly who they are. So that's the way, you know, energetically. But let's look at energy in an even different way with what's going on. They are wanting us to stay stuck in the way that we are, right? They're wanting us to stay in a stuck position right now with fear, with all of this. Who tells us? I don't know who tells us. We come out of the womb. I mean, I had a very strict upbringing with my adopted family, you know, British and clearly crazy and controlling, but I really didn't listen. Like since I was maybe 5, I just didn't like, I'm not going to listen to it. I didn't want to listen to it. It didn't make sense to me. It must be programming. It has to be programming. It didn't really work. I mean, I was with a family that was programmed like they believed in the, you know, my parents were high achievers in the 9 to 5 and both of them executives and a lot of money, different houses, do this all like they never stopped. Okay. It's like, get in the door, get outside, get to the ski hill, go to the summer house, go here for Christmas, go there, do this, all the way around, which is good. Fish and chips are good too. With Canadian thing, fish wrapped in newspaper, fish and chips. Used to get that at Aunt Betty's. Anyway, I didn't fall for it. My kids certainly didn't fall for it. I mean, my kids never fell for that. Like, they did not do that. I was cute, I thought, but my mother was driven crazy by me. So that's what happened. I just didn't listen. So some of us listen, and some people need to have the structure in order to function. That has something to do with them internally. For me, I do a lot better when I just don't think about what people tell me I need to worry about and do what I got to do. You would not believe how many people are like, you need to be careful. Aren't you scared of hiking? And I'm like, who told you to be scared of hiking? Like, no, I'm more scared of getting carjacked on the freeway as I get off by my house, or home invasion robbery, than I am hiking. And I'm not even scared of that. But they tell you, you should be more scared of this, or you should be more scared of that, or, you shouldn't go anywhere in the dark. You shouldn't do this. And I'm like, if I can't do what I got to do when I got to do it, I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand. I did hitchhike a lot. I actually did hitchhike this year. I hitchhiked this year. Luckily, a little girl named McKenna picked me up. Not Jason's Kenna, but another girl, a little girl named McKenna. I'm not nervous hiking alone because I'm not waiting for people to come with me to enjoy my life. So I'm going to enjoy my life. That's what I can't stand commitment of any kind. Oh my God. Yeah. I don't even know how you know why? Because London, Ontario. Oh, moving on up. There you go. I went to school. You've heard the story. St. Thomas, Ontario, Alma College, private boarding school. That's where I went to school and was expelled from. But nonetheless, we are told all kinds of things. And I don't know who makes us, believe that. Like, as a little kid, my parents didn't, Generation X, our parents don't watch really. So I went all down this, I went and played, and they didn't know where I was all day. When my dad would get drunk and my mom would go away on the weekend, he had no clue where me and Kathy were. Okay. So we took off for 2 days. We were like 10, no idea. We just come home and then show up when he woke up a bit, and then he go back to sleep drunk, and out the door we went. That's what we did, and we're still alive. Oh, see, Beth, your parents. Yeah, my mom was 1927 and my dad was 1917 for me. Yes, I love Ontario. Are you kidding? I love Ontario. I just can't live in Canada under the government. I couldn't ever handle the idea of a government, let's just say. So clearly I couldn't do that. But yeah, we Generation X, do you remember anybody that's my age? Do you remember? We just didn't, nobody was watching me. I was gone, all the time. Gone. Gone. Yeah, no, I'm not reviewing it. I'm just saying, I was just thinking about it. It's so funny, but I'm thinking about the programming of, I'm not getting ready to die right this second, but Latchkey Kids. Yeah. We had a nanny at home, but I was still gone. Like, nobody was walking me to the park. My kids were gone too. And there you go. So, Annie, my kids were gone too, but I drove them. I had to do that, I had to pick him up. I had to have him on the phone. I had to know where my kids were. Nobody really know where I was. Okay. Or kids my age. Timmins, Ontario. Yes. That's so funny. I went to private school with a girl from Timmins, and I can't remember her name right now. Can't remember. So I don't know about CERN. You guys keep asking. I didn't really pay attention to it. I felt like they were throwing energy. Yes, all day in the, yes, play. I rode my bike. No one knew where I was. This is terrible. I ate bologna and cheese sandwich. Anyway, I'd make my little sandwich, throw it in my little backpack, and get on my bike. And oh my God, we played in the graveyards. We played in these huge things where the water came through, and they're always like, don't play in there in case it gets flooded. We climbed trees. We ran through people's backyards. I am turning 56. We did all of those things. Yeah, Young and Eglinton. There you go. I grew up in Lawrence Park. So I grew up at Young and Lawrence. Very close. Next stop. So I grew up there. And Sloan I'm turning 56. Yeah, I'll be 56. But you can call me 60. Let's see. Oh, I know. Right, Bobby? Oh, my God. Yeah. Let's see. I swam in the dam. I know. That's dangerous. I think of it now. I'm like, shit, my kid did that? What the hell? That would be crazy. 55. There you go. Latchkey kid. Exactly. And no one, I mean, when I was really little, I guess they came to my August 3rd, 61. I guess they came to my baseball. I like to play baseball. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. I took off every night. I did that all the time. But yeah, I did use a Ouija board. I have used a Ouija board. Jason brought them in the house. You know how they sell them at what was the store with the giraffe? Toys R Us. They used to sell them at Toys R Us. Green salted apples, yummy. Oh, there you go, 54, Tracy. There you go. Yeah, we do. Yeah, tell people I look 40. Thank you for that. Tell people you're like 10 years older than you are, and that will work out well. I have no thoughts on CERN. I know you keep asking me that. 48 was a good year. Almost 58. Last birthday of boomers. Yes, I'm just the beginning of Generation X. And I don't even, October 66. There you are. My friend Bobby's October 66. Not Bobby on here, another Bobby. Yeah, I'm 66 August, 1966. But yeah, we did have Ouija boards. Jason had one, all of those things, Alabama. So the energy, and I don't know if it's good, bad, or ugly. I think demons can come through anything. You just have to keep yourself very, very centered. And that's what I wanted to say too. People are always asking, how do they get their energy in a very, very strong way? Even if you live in the city, even if you live like in a tenant building in the middle of the city, so it's all concrete, you can still find a garden, a pot, grow a plant, any kind of garden, plant, feeling your feet on the, do you miss your family? No, I left home at 14. So no, I don't. No, I left home at 14. So I didn't really see them, but I maybe twice in all that time. No, not at all. I mean, now my Keith, yes. My Jason, yes. My children, yes. Any thoughts on Navajo Skinwalkers? Oh my God, yeah. I do have thoughts about that because they can definitely shapeshift and walk. They say the whole Grand Canyon has the Skinwalkers. Actually, the bottom of the desert is full, and they use the word demons with that, but I love the desert, so I don't know what to say. Nothing happening January 6th. It's a movie. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. What day were you born? My son was, I'm August 15th. Your son is August 6th, 75. I'm August 15th, 66. So a little bit later, 10 days later. Yeah, the Skinwalkers are interesting. July 18th, 1962, big 60. Bobby, that's your Derek's birthday. Bobby's little Cancer crabby child is born 4 days after Jason. So we both got little Cancer babies. And they're very sweet when they're little. Cancers are very sweet. So let's talk about Cancer while we're here. Since Bobby's a Cancer too. But let's talk about little Cancers. Cancer, okay. Talk about the sign of Cancer. Cancer is the fourth sign of the natural wheel of the zodiac, okay? So it occupies the fourth house. The fourth house is on the parental axis. It is a cardinal water sign. Cardinal is fixed. Fixed, you know what fixed means? Unbendable. And it is also water, emotional. So it's fixed emotions. So whatever emotions they feel, that's the way it's going to be. So it's fixed emotions. But here's something about Cancer. Your little Derek is 4 days after my little Jace. Here's, thank you for that. I'm glad I'm like your mom. That's so cool. The 5th, 1968. Yeah, it's interesting. But Cancer is also the most orphaned, abandoned, and adopted sign in the zodiac. So you're going to find people who are abandoned, their parents died young, whatever it is. They're going to have a Cancer sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, whatever it is, or Cancer rising. They're going to have a predominant placement of Cancer when they feel rejected. That was Bob, our friend's birthday, July 9th. Also O.J. Simpson's. I'm not, I shouldn't have mentioned that one. But so Cancer also is here. Now, if you look at astrology, let's look at it this way. If you look at astrology and you look at an astrology chart, a wheel, you're going from the first house, that's the development of the self, to the second house, the development of the theology or ideology of the person, to the third house, the beginning of the communication in the environment, to the fourth house of Cancer, the beginning of the building of the home. the home of the soul. Yeah, Cancers can be rough. Oh my God. 7.5. Didn't realize it till yes. It doesn't mean your parents weren't there. It means maybe they didn't pay attention to you. Cancer is a cardinal sign. What did I say? No, I said, I'm an astrologer. I know what it is. I said cardinal water. Cardinal is fixed, meaning cardinal, the energy of cardinal is action and fixed. You cannot change their emotional nature. I said it's a cardinal water sign with a fixed intention, and I'm not taking that back. Cardinal signs are very, very, very focused on their way of thinking, and they take action, and they're unyielding and unbending. Libra, not so much, but that's one of the other ones. So it is a cardinal, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, but they all have a fixed personality. I'm not talking a fixed sign like Leo, Sag, and the other one, Aries. I'm not talking that way. I'm talking cardinal water with a fixed mindset, and I mean it. They're very, very, the stubborn mindset, then call it whatever you want. They will not change. When they know something, they know it, and they go after it. Cardinal is not fixed. Cardinal. Yeah, no, I didn't say cardinal was, oh God, would you people stop? Just stop. Of course, cardinal is not fixed. Their attitude is fixed. Do you know what fixed means, is what I said. Fixed means sticking to the emotional mindset that they have. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like fixed fire sign, like Leo, Aquarius, air, fixed. I'm not talking fixed. And when I say fixed, I mean bordering on psychopathic with those signs, okay? When I'm talking about Cancer, I'm talking about taking the action. Yeah, not so much Libra, that's the one. Taking the action. I'm a Cancer. Oh, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to say to you. I love it how challenging, you mean focused. No, I mean fixed. What is wrong with you people? I mean fixed. I have 4 Cancer placements. Yes, I know what I'm talking about. Why did it? Well, no, they're sending them in. Whatever. Anyway, Cancer is very fucking stubborn, and they will not leave an emotion until they're ready to release the way that emotion feels. They have a very fixed emotional nature. They will not let it go. So a Cancer is like a dog with a fucking bone that they won't let go. Cardinal is an action sign. They're the leaders, correct. They're action, minus Libra, because Libra is a little bit different on that spectrum. Capricorn will, we just misunderstood you. I don't know that you misunderstood me. Somebody wanted to critique me and find fault. I'm not stupid, been an astrologer 40 years. I know what Cancer is, and I use the word fixed with their emotional nature. Venus and Mars conjunct. Me too, Cindy Lou. Venus, Mars, and Jupiter conjunct in the 12th. So yeah, anyway, Scorpios are tough as well. Scorpios fix water. Cancer's cardinal water. So cardinal signs are the action. They're the beginning, the middle, after the middle, and the ending in the chart. So they point out the points where you take action. You take action with the self. Cancer takes action within the home, okay, within the home. And then Libra takes action outward publicly, and Capricorn takes it within the career, not work, okay? So, yeah, I know Tallulah and Cato are both Cancers too. I just said if Aquarius was fixed, yes, but we're talking about Cancer, so stop bugging me on here, or I'm turning the chats off when I come back. I literally will not open chats, which is what these fuckers want, so no. Yeah, Cancer is I'm serious. Like, I'm literally fucking serious. If you bug me, I'll just fucking disappear off YouTube, make my money elsewhere. So don't be bugging me when I'm talking. Don't do this anymore. Peter's like, would you repeat that? Yeah, I don't like it when this happens, when people do it. I know what I'm saying, and I'm going to stick to it. So there's that. I'm serious. It's like, stop fucking bugging me. Yeah, I know. I don't even know who it is saying it. I can't tell if they're serious or they're, I don't know, like, you're going to pick on everything I say. Again, Cancer operates on the 4th house. Now, the 4th house is the emotional nature. The emotional nature is what's hidden. In other words, I can have a smile on my face, and my emotional nature can be sad, grieving, crazy, whatever, right? I can have, I don't know if crazy is an emotion, but it's an expression. But I can have a feeling in here, and then a different appearance outward, or I can look angry and be happy, whatever. You can look at it that way. So when you're looking at the energy of a Cancer, the undercurrent of how they respond to everything is from this deep emotional nature. And Cancer is the first part of the astrology chart, okay, in the first quadrant of the astrology chart, where they start to build a home. So it's the beginning idea of nesting with the self, nesting with their environment, and they can nest anywhere. The most pivotal thing about Cancer is looking for their family because of whatever, biggest alcoholics under Cancer. Scorpios, are other kinds of, but Cancer, water signs, all of them, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, all of them have addiction issues if they choose to have them, okay? Obviously, not every person who's a water sign is going to go out and be addicted. But when you're looking at Cancer, their goal in life is to, this is why they incarnated. So let's look at why they incarnated as Cancers. Because everybody incarnates into your sign. So all Leos have something in common. All Cancers have something in common. All Aries have something in common. So what is it that Cancer is coming in to learn? Cancer is, we're not moody. I'm not even Cancer and I'm fucking moody, okay? Yes, all signs have addictions. I'm talking about Cancer. What about Aries? Aries are fucking assholes. No offense to the Aries on here. Aries will do everything to uproot you, fuck you over, make you crazy. Is that a good answer for you? Now stop bugging me, okay? Just stop asking me stupid shit. I'm talking about Cancers. Okay, so, I mean, please. Okay, so anyway, Cancers people, male, female, it doesn't matter where you come from. Cancer people are literally incarnating in order to separate from the most recent past life where they were in a group mindset. So let's look at this. Let's look at like rainforest people, tribes in the rainforest. They are a tribe of people in the rainforest. I don't know them, but apparently they live there. Or Aztec, or the Aztec Indians. So these are groups of people that all think the same and follow within the structure of that. Like in other words, father to son, handed on down, kind of like nepotism in Hollywood. Okay, so it's handed on down. That was a lifetime before the person became the Cancer. When the person is the Cancer in this lifetime, they are literally learning how to individuate from the tribal mentality. Okay, so they are born without a connection to their family for some reason. It could be due to circumstances at the time that they were born, nothing to do with the parents, like could be wartime frame or something along those lines. The Cancer person is coming in order to learn how to step away from, we all have to be white, and we all have to be Vikings, and we all have to be from the same clan. They are not clan mentality, but they want that because they remember it. So family becomes very important to them because they remember that, okay? They remember it. Last lifetime, they're like, I was with a group of people. We all had each other's backs. Thank you for that. We all had each other's backs. We were all really good. We were all, handed on. She was the, the healer in the group, and then the daughter was, and then, it goes on down. Like there's a group, just like people have pride in their heritage, right? Like the pride in their heritage. Look at a group of people, like when you're talking about the show Sister Wives, when you're talking about that, you have a bunch of people that choose to live in a community, Mennonites that choose to live in a community where they are all very much the same. You have in Los Angeles, you have, the Asian villages, the Koreatown, they call it. You have the Italian neighborhoods. I'm in gangbanger ghetto Methville, I guess. That's where I live. And that's where I am. So the Cancer person comes in to learn how to choose their family and those that they consider to be like-minded, like spiritually, like connected, however you want to word that, and they make them their family due to the feelings of abandonment. They could literally be abandoned. Yes, in New York City, Hasidic, yes. They could be that, okay? Yeah, there is differences. I think because Cancer is a feminine sign, I think it probably bodes better on females because Cancer men can be very nurturing, and they can be, I don't want to say it's not feminine, but they can do those little things where they caretake that other signs don't do, other masculine signs. For example, if you have a Leo woman and a Leo man, the Leo man's not going to do much. No offense. Don't yell. Do not yell. You may be one that does. But in theory, it's the women of the masculine fire sign that do the work. And the men in the masculine fire sign, they want to be served. The Cancer is the one that takes, yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen in my case, Sally, but I take care of myself I wouldn't expect my kids to take care of me. That's just me. I can take care of myself. But Cancer is coming in from most recent past lifetime in a tribal, they were in like some kind of a tribal mindset. So this could be like, the New Guinea tribes that live wherever they live. And then they come into this group of people in this life and something doesn't sit right with them, but they desperately need family. So they're very obsessive. OCD is a thing for them. They will come into a family. Yeah, distant. Yeah, no, there's an abandonment, but it doesn't have to be intentional. Like Jason's the Cancer in our family. And when he was born, we had about 3 good years. As by the time he was 4, his brother had died. Okay, so both his parents went bananas after that. So he had a very disconnected early childhood because of the loss of a sibling. And then he lost another sibling. So there's 2 losses in that. So Cancers live a life like that, where even if the person doesn't pass away, there's an emotional distance due to some other issue, or they can't quite get where they are. So they will often find their clan or their group of people in either what they're doing, who they love, that family, so they can align with another family. March 20th, Pisces, cusp, Scorpio, moon, and Cancer rising. There you go. That's some fucking water right there, Caitlin. That's some water. Pisces rising softens that Scorpio up, or Scorpio. Wait, I just missed that shit. I just missed that. Scorpio moon. Oh, I like the little Scorpio moon. Keithy had a Scorpio moon. Cancer rising, Scorpio moon, Pisces. Gotcha. That gives you strength. That gives the Pisces strength. So Uranus, yes, Uranus in Cancer is interesting because that signifies a time frame when people went from family. So it's like the Industrial Revolution. So Uranus in Cancer is like the Industrial Revolution. Saturn in Cancer brings a lot of people who adopt, don't have kids, weren't raised with families. Saturn in Cancer has a real karma of being karmically rejected, especially by the father, Saturn father, male role model, Saturn. The sun also, but if they have Saturn in Cancer, Uranus in Cancer is an inventive thing. It takes you from the lifestyle of like farming and hunt and gatherer into the intellectual or the electrical. So it puts you from this to this. So Jupiter in Cancer, I got the same thing. Jupiter in Cancer is interesting because it actually dulls the fire of Jupiter because it's water. So Jupiter's ruling sign, Sagittarius, Jupiter, is fiery. And then we got the water squashing on it. But there's a lot of good emotional growth. So Jupiter in Cancer is interesting because that opens up therapy to people, okay? That opens up therapy. So how does one expand Jupiter, their knowledge, in a Cancer way? To develop a sense of self. Cancer is the beginning stage of developing the home, but the home is with God. The home is our incarnation, and our home is our home. Cancer is a crab with them little crabby hands, and they carry their home on their back until they feel comfortable and they put their home down. Okay, so Cancers, they do this, right? They travel through that. Midheaven Cancer, that's great. Cancer is so super good. Midheaven, public relations, any kind of like media relations, public. You have a key in when the Cancer's on the midheaven, there's a key into the public persona and what people in the public want. So yeah, Cancer Gemini, beautiful for communication, Peter. Great. It's actually great. And look what you communicate. You have a lot of knowledge on all of the things that all of us YouTubers speak about in this particular thing. So yeah, Jupiter, yes, it's good, but it's also, Jupiter in Cancer, it can dull it, and it depends. To me, it can dull it, okay, a little bit, because the Jupiter in Cancer brings it to emotional, not a physical. I prefer it to be a physical. I got Jupiter in Cancer too. But it's slightly, what's the word I want to say? Tempers the natural energy of Jupiter. Jupiter burns a candle at both ends of the table. Like it's burning candles over here and over there, and it can go kaboom. The Cancer energy brings it inward to the self. So the exploratory nature of Jupiter comes inward, okay? As opposed to, I don't know, I didn't care for Jupiter in Pisces, so I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't mind Jupiter in Cancer. It's natural to me. I have it. Childhood was very difficult. Yes. Yes, of course. Laura, he had to grow into it. Cancer has to get over that. Cancers can hold on to a lot of rage. You will find, see, here's the thing with Cancer. Past life, okay, which no one can remember, so it doesn't do me any good to say that. But past life with a Cancer, and it doesn't matter, sun, moon, rising, or a predominance of Cancer planets. Past life was done being involved in a group of people. So let's look at it like this. The Waco cult, okay? Those people could all be in a, David Koresh, they could all be in a group that believes in the same thing. They all pass away, they come back, and they come back with strong Cancer placements because they have to learn to develop a sense of self with Source, the Christ consciousness, and a sense of who they are and being comfortable in their own skin. Being comfortable in their own skin. Cancer, oh God, they can be fucking, oh my God. And Cancer has a retentive memory. So they have a photographic memory. So the more Cancer you have, the more of a photographic memory you have. I know there's no bad signs. We all come in with the signs. It's just who you met that pissed you off that makes a sign bad. In my case, it's Taurus and Aries, okay? Sometimes I'm not happy with other signs either, but that one. Any other June Cancer? Yeah, Cancer is coming in, though, understand this, to learn how to soothe self and to develop around self as an individuated person. So it's kind of interesting. Mars in Cancer in a chart. Mars in Cancer in a chart. Always an alcoholic father. The exception proves the rule. But when you see Mars in Cancer in a chart, the dad was weaker on an emotional level, or if he's evolved Mars in Cancer in the person that has it, if he's evolved, then he is a caretaker like a mother. So this means the wife he could be widowed, see abandoned, and have to be the mother. So Venus in Cancer, I have that too. Venus in Cancer, here's the thing. Cancer is opposite Capricorn, 10th house, and it's the parental axis, okay? So it's the parental axis. So Venus in Cancer either loves, you got Mars and Venus, me too. Venus, yes, Mars in Cancer, they're weak fathers, usually alcoholic, addicted, porn, whatever. They're not above board because their emotions are inward, and when they're inward and you're up in your head, then you do for you. It's a little bit of a selfish thing. Yeah, I don't like Mars in Cancer. I'm living with it. I'm picking alcoholics always. Yeah, I'm changing that now, though. I ain't picking anybody. Yes, Saturn in Cancer. That's a karmic thing. And that's a loss of father right off the bat. But anyway, Venus in Cancer. Venus is how you... Why is this doing this? Oh, I didn't plug it into my computer. Venus in Cancer is how you love. So when you have Venus in Cancer, you're very interested. Now, hear me with this. Venus always has its own reason. Venus in Cancer, you're very interested, very, very, very interested in exploring romantic love relationships through the dynamics of the parental axis. So more than any other Venus sign, Venus in Cancer will actually pick one or the other, the child-parent relationship. So what does that mean? They will either marry one of the offensive parental relationships they had that made them feel abandoned, or you will see people like Cher that when they're younger, they go 30 years older, and when they're older, they go 30 years younger. That's also parental. So Venus in Cancer loves through parental, okay? Through parental. Meaning they caretake, or like little mommies and daddies, or they are the child where the other partner is like the mommy or daddy. So it depends, right, on which way they choose to take it and how developed they are. Mercury in Cancer. Now that's one I like. I mean, they drive you crazy, but that's one that I like because Mercury in Cancer never forgets anything. Never forgets anything. Nothing. Not one thing. They do not forget a thing. So if you piss a Mercury in Cancer off, 55 years later, they're going to be yakking to you about the cookie that you took off the stove when they were 2. That is what they are going to do. They have a photographic memory. And here's another trick with a lot of Cancer planets. Cancer can take a book. So here's a book. Can put it beside them on the bed and actually absorb the energy. Cancer is exceptionally psychic, and they're psychic from a clairsentient perspective. Any Cancer, sun, moon, rising, very, 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 very clairsentient. Okay, so that's another word for empath, but it's not an empath. Okay, it's men forget everything, Sloan. It's not. I know Cancer men don't. They will hold. Look, I get stuffed again. Where's the kitty? She makes me stuffed. Because I'm totally allergic to cats. Let's see, why did this Leo marry a Cancer, not a Sag? Oh my God, how fun would it be to be married to a Sag? I don't know. Sometimes Paigey posts stuff about Sages online, and she's like, I'm going to tell you about my life with a Sag, a December Sag. And I'm like, hey, because she's talking about Keithy. Yeah, that's what I have. Mars in Cancer, Venus, Mars, Jupiter in Cancer. I don't know that the Jupiter does any good for me. It just, because it's attached to Mars, because it's attached to Venus, it just really extends the amount of time I stay in toxic. So yes, Cancer will never let you know. Sag Mom would be so fun. Oh my God, Deanna's a Sag, totally fun. Yeah, Cancer men will never let you know how they feel. Cancer is not going to let you know how they feel. If they accidentally slip with the emotions, they're going to go right back in their shell like this, and that's the last you're going to see them. 2 Sag suns and an Aries. Well, you got a house full of fire signs. Also, remember, here's some traits of Cancers. If you want to see a person with a predominance of Cancer, Cancer men, Cancer women, Cancer Mars, Cancer Venus, whatever it is, what you will see is the way that they walk and move their feet, unless something else in the chart overthrows the Cancer. But usually they walk a little bit sideways with their feet out like a crab. You know how them crabs go through the ocean like that? You'll see them walk kind of sideways. These are the Cancers. Like this. They kind of scoot off sideways. They're going sideways. These are Cancers for real. That's a real thing. See, none of that resonates with this Cancer. That's nice. You know what? Here, we're just gonna, this is just, you people, you really, I'm not doing this anymore. Oh, wait. Oh, I just hit her shit. I meant to block it, but I forget how to do it. Anyway, I'm not listening because that I'm not listening to. I'm just not listening to it anymore. I'm like, whatever, not doing it. Let's see. Scorpios are very funny though. Yeah, they can be very, Scorpios can be very honest, but all water signs are covering the emotional nature. Remember that. Fire signs are flamboyant. Remember, when you're looking at Cancer, Cancer is connected, okay, to the way that we feel in our house, in our immediate environment, and they have an emotional loss. Whatever it is, it could be the dad's a doctor and he never gets home to work, right? Right. I can't stand it. Like, people are critiquing and I'm just like, I don't care if I'm wrong even. You're going off the channel. You're going off the channel right now. You're going off the fucking channel. Bye. I can't. Say one critiquey, bitchy, cunty thing, and off you go. Not doing it anymore. Yeah, Scorpios are difficult. I mean, if it's an honest thing and I can feel you, but I can feel what you say. So Cancer is clairsentient. Yeah, Bobby, yours and my charts are identical but flipped. It's bizarre. Minus you've got Uranus and Libra though, but Bobby is 29-degree Leo rising, exactly my rising, with Virgo in the first house. Bobby has Pluto on the fucking ascendant. perfect detective with an eye for detail. Pluto is ruled by Scorpio. Who are the detectives of the zodiac? Never cheat on a Scorpio. They will hunt you down and kill you, okay? Never cheat on a Scorpio. Pluto is ruled by Scorpio. Scorpio is on Bobby's ascendant. And then she has the 3 planets in Leo, and she is a Cancer sun. I'm the exact opposite. Leo, sun, moon, and rising, and 3 planets in Cancer. So it's kind of interesting with Pluto in the first house, but not conjunct the ascendant in Virgo. And then Bobby has the Libra on her second. So this is her way of making money with her nice demeanor. Never let her fool you. That Pluto on the ascendant, never let her fool you. Because she'll talk nice and be awful sweet, and people will think she's just so nice. No, she'll find out everything about you and get where she needs to go. So it's kind of interesting. But when you're talking about Cancer and their emotional nature, remember, the water runs very deep, okay? And it comes out as they are trying to ask to not be abandoned. So the anger with whoever said their Cancer sun has anger would be because he feels rejected on some level. Now, is this real rejection or is it fake rejection? I don't know. I have no idea. So yeah, I am blocking them. I can't listen anymore to critique. Stop critiquing people, even if they're wrong. It's not your job to correct them. That's a control freak, and you're trying to fuck with people. Stop fucking with. I don't like being fucked with. Yeah, these are ombre nails. Jasmine did these. See? They're ombre. So she ombres them. So it's like a French, but there's no line anymore. This is a new thing, apparently. And then I saw black ombre on a girl. Super cool. White at the bottom, and then the top, gray, black, like that. So it was kind of cool. I don't know what you're talking about, library, or did you mean Libra? I have no idea what you meant. Yeah, opposites attract. It depends what you want in your chart. Again, if you're looking for a mate and you have a lot of Cancer planets, you're looking to either caretake or being caretaken of, and the roles will switch throughout your life. Each sign is different though, okay? So when you have the moon in Cancer, this is an interesting thing because the moon in Cancer can give you 2 types of mother. The moon is mother. You have an amazing mother, like a traditional amazing mother, or you have a completely non-existent, neglectful mother. Cancer moons go one or the other way. And whichever way their mother is, they, on an emotional level, love their mother. So even if their mother is like the crazy crackhead or the good cookie baker, they love their mother. You can't say anything bad about their mother to them. Cancer is very needy. They need to not be rejected. That's what Cancer is. They feel abandoned. They don't want to be rejected. So they do not want to be rejected. Cancer moon, extremely insightful. And here's the fuckery with Cancer moon. Cancer moon, every time the moon goes in a different direction, like Aries if you're a Cancer moon and the moon transiting is in Aries, you as a Cancer moon go up and down like a yo-yo every 2.5 days when the moon goes in and out of different signs. You go, yes, exactly. You go crazy with the emotions. Eclipses, full moons, new moons, you're like, ah. So Cancer really regulates itself with the pull of the actual moon, and it's moving through the constellations. Cancer, even Cancer sun, like I just hide from Cancers. I get the calls from them. I get the calls. They go up and down. I'm like, it's like a full moon. It's like your time to go crazy. Everybody goes crazy anyway, but it's like their time to go crazy, right? So then when you have a Cancer sun, as we were talking about, you're in the development of individuating from a family clan to tribal. So it was so funny with Jason when he was younger because he literally started putting tribal tattoos on himself, and he gauged his ears himself. I was reading a client, that's so funny, Cancer Jason. I was reading a client, at my old house where the kids grew up, and Jason was home on his lunch, or maybe it was March break, and he was upstairs. The kids were upstairs, and suddenly I heard something like a scream, and then little Cancer Jason flopped down the stairs in front of my client and I, bleeding, and I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong? In front, when they used to come for readings, my kids did all kinds of shit in front of the clients. But anyway, he was 12. He gauged his ears himself. He stuck that thing through his ears in order to gauge them. That's a past life tribal behavior, okay? past life tribal behavior. So the tribal behavior is coming into this life because he's retentive memory. Remember, if you want to know who a Cancer, I know he was just bleeding in my, this is one of my longtime clients. I haven't seen her in a while though, but anyway, she was a long time client, like a lot of years. So for like 15 years or more. Anyway, she was sitting there and she just looks at, she got used to my kids. Everybody got used to my kids because I wouldn't let you in my home unless you accepted that my kids were going to come in and out for school, and they had complete, yeah, from gauging. He stuck the gauge thing. He never used those, he did use them for a bit. You know those cone things they wear out of that? Anyway, he just stuck that fucking thing through his ear himself in the bathroom. I was like, this is me. I'm like, what the, like me, I'm like, not my, because he was my Jason. So I was like, not my Jason, but he did that. And then after he got his braces off, he got the lip piercings and chipped his teeth. That was awesome. So that was awesome. But I had fun today. I did have fun, but it was so funny because as he was trying to go backwards, if you want to see a Cancer in a crowd anywhere in the world and you don't know their sign, listen to them talk. Do they go back in time and tell you about their old girlfriends, their old husbands, their old neighborhood, their old house? Are they looking behind them? Here's a Cancer or a person with loaded Cancer in their chart running down the street like this, right? Yeah, I know, for the teeth, right? Anyway, here's a Cancer running a race. And what do? They turn around to see who's catching up and they lose the race. Aries is their head is in the race first, right? So Libras are zigzagging across the street like this. There's a Libra. They're like, I'm over here. I'm over here. I'm over here. And Capricorn is like a fucking tank running the race, okay? So Cancer is, oh, and you want to tell a person with a lot of Cancer, they will tell, yes, they will go, but that's, Cancer has got to reevaluate their past to let go of the emotional undercurrent and the feelings of being abandoned. If they do not self-reflect about their past, they cannot move forward emotionally, and you end up with a very immature Cancer person. So I threw out, I don't know. So that I'm a Libra and I do zigzag. They do. That's how you tell them in a race. They're the ones that are like, and they're this way. And Cancers are like, 35, 40 years ago, I fucking stole a chocolate bar. Yeah, I'll get Bobby, when we teach Bobby how to be the moderator, Bobby going to be the moderator if she wants to. Touch your nose if you would move. What do you mean? Move to a different house? Sure. Touch my nose. I don't know what you mean by that. Anyway, I have no idea what that means. But anyway, Cancer look back and say this isn't fun. No, they look back at everything. They have a hard time. Cancer men, Cancer women cannot let go of a past relationship, okay, until they're in a new relationship. Not that they have to overlap them, but until someone catches their eye front and forward that makes them feel like they connect. That, yes, Lucas can be the moderator. I love Lucas. He helps me so much, along with Bobby. Awesome. And he puts up with Bobby and I chatting like 5,000 times a day when we come to some conclusion about something. So there's always a conclusion, or there's a recipe and there's strawberry ice cream that Lucas is making, or waffles. So we're hearing about that. I don't cook, so it's interesting. I bake, but Cancer has to be intrigued right here, or they will continue to look back here. And even when they're here, they're still going to look back here until they process the emotional nature of it. I mod like 30 channels. That's hilarious. So it's really interesting because Cancer is your past. Why are you the way you are emotionally? So Bobby's amazing. As I told you, I would not have every single witness of Keith running off the road if it weren't for Bobby. I can't even tell you. I cannot. Yes, diet ice cream. That's why I need to go to Texas. I love ice cream. Yes, yes, that's right. That's how Cancer is. But they don't let go of the past until they've worked through those emotions. So you can listen to a Cancer person who has an immature emotional nature, and they literally, when they're in their 40s, especially with men. I have a Cancer male friend, and he'll start saying, you know, when I was 19 and 20, I was in love with this girl, and, you know, and you'll hear the whole story, and you're thinking to yourself, but you're 45. Like, you're thinking, I mean, nobody got shot or anything in the relationship. And he's like, oh, I should have gone back to that town. I should have done that. Thank you for the prayers for Keith. Thank you so much. And it's weird. They don't let go of this until they come up here because they feel rejected by it, even if they do the rejecting. Cancer is push-pull. Hi, I'm a Cancer. I love you. I hate you. Smack. So it can be very, very, yes, it's very difficult because they just don't let go of the past. They also, I live off of sugar. I wish I could live off of sugar. I'd be more wild and more obnoxious. Sugar makes me like, like this. But wait, thumbs up. You guys are good. I'm not really going to cut the channel off. But when idiot trolls come on here, I'm like, stop critiquing. I don't want to hear the critiques. Cancer. Now, they say the United States is a Gemini Cancer country. I mean, yeah, they say it's Gemini rising, but I believe Brian's chart and it's Scorpio rising because we're pretty cutthroat here and pretty ruthless and pretty like narcissistic in this country. Like we're going to take over everybody else and fuck everything up and do everything like that. But we are a Cancer country. Apple pie, cooking, mom, America, boobies. Okay, sorry. We're Cancer is this area. Why? Not because it's a sex organ, but because we feed and breastfeed babies with breasts, right? So America is a Cancer country. July 4th, 17, whatever it is, 71. If I got that wrong, you can critique me. But I grew up in Canada, so I don't even know. Canada's a Cancer country too, because we're the 1st of July, our country. So you erect the chart for that time, and they say it's Gemini rising. I believe Brian's chart, it's Scorpio. But breasts are not, I mean, they are sexual, absolutely. But first and foremost, they're food for the babies. Breastfeed the baby. So I know, boobies, but it's food. If you breastfed, it's food, right? So that's Cancer. That's why people with a lot of Cancer planets, look at little Pamela Anderson, a lot of Cancer planets will have big boobs. They'll buy big boobs. They'll be born with big boobs. And you can see Cancer women, I'll tell you, Cancer women have great bodies, not the bodies you think. Because most people would think a Cancer woman is real curvy and all of this. That's more like Venus in Cancer, Moon in Cancer. Cancer sun women tend to have, could be Cancer rising too, rising or sun, tend to have leaner bodies and they enhance their breasts, but they have like slighter hips. They're not big hipped. It's weird. They're not big hipped. The big hip part of Cancer, the curvy part of Cancer, to me, that's more of a Pisces trait or, yeah, well, Dolly Parton did have curvy. What is Dolly Parton? She's a Capricorn. Your Capricorns can look like Cancers and Cancers can look like Capricorns because it's in opposition. Your Cancer sister is always naked. Bravo for the naked babies that are now adults and living in the naked commune. Let's see, I'm flat-chested, so I have no Cancer. No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't matter if you're flat-chested. You still have boobs. But you can still have Cancer and be that, but it's more body shape. It's weird. I've noticed it. I have so many clients. I'll take notice of how they physically look. I noticed that it's the other water signs that tend to pack the curvy weight on. So it's weird. Anyway, the Cancer is very interesting sign, but remember that they don't tell you why they're looking for house and home. People just say Cancers are all about house and home. No. Cancers are about the loss of the idea of the house and home that they wanted from the recent past life where they were a community of like-minded people within the context of a home, a neighborhood, a country. And they came into this life and they were either adopted, abandoned, or orphaned. Now, abandoned can be on an emotional level because two parents have to work and you're a latchkey kid. So no one's raising you and you're then, you're a kid of the streets, whatever. Or it can be like both your parents die in an airplane accident, or you can be adopted. I literally have 3 planets in Cancer and I'm adopted. So right there is an abandonment issue. When you're adopted, nobody understands why you're adopted. You can not till you're older, right? So Cancer planets bring about that. They can bring about emotional distance, sterility, coldness within the context of the home. If you look at my little chirparoo who's 30, yeah, Bobby is voluptuous, but she's got long legs too. She doesn't have, sometimes with voluptuous, you get, shorter legs. Bobby's got like long, slender, sexy legs. No, she's got like the body I'm talking about. So you can see that. Cancer, anything can have spindly arms and spindly legs, and they can put weight on right here, but that's not till way later in life. So yeah, the abandoned, Priscilla, the abandoned part of it is very interesting because they're looking for family. Cancer is looking for family, okay? So they need to assimilate with people that they feel they can trust who won't leave them. And until they find that, they're little nightmares that I love, my chirparoo. Yes, thin arms. Yeah, that's my Cancer part right here. Thin arms. And there's my Cancer right there. He's 30 now. There's my little Cancer, my little Sag and my little Cancer. So yes, Cancer can definitely have a moon phase. Here's what I know. Absolutely, they can have a moon phase. Cancer will be a sign that bloats, meaning with their period, they bloat. If they go up in altitude, they're the ones that bloat. So they can bloat, but they don't necessarily look bigger. They're not bigger, but they can bloat. So they retain water. Because why? We're mostly water, and the moon moves water, and Cancer is the moon. Okay, that's how it works. So, they're very intuitive. They are clairsentient. So the difference between a true empath, and a clairsentient, which is what I feel Cancers are. Some of them can be empaths and be doing mirror work for other people that are sociopaths, which is what an empath is. An empath stands in front of you in order to transmute your negative, hateful energy and send it back to you. So everybody says they're an empath, but what they're really talking about is clairsentience. Clairsentience can feel your mood, feel your energy, feel the environment of the home, feel everything. You will hear Cancer people say, I feel like she's terrible. And you're like, feel it? Like, do you know her? No, I just feel like she's terrible. Because they feel it. Clairsentient. Yes, clairsentience. So when somebody's clairsentient, they walk in a room and they're like, oh, that guy's angry. That guy's sad. That guy's happy. Oh, she's giddy. She's drunk. Oh my God, I got to get out of here. An empath is literally put in positions in order to transmute and mirror another person's negative energy in order to raise their soul vibration in this life. So empaths live difficult lives because they stand in front of bad behavior, put it that way. Whatever bad behavior. They stand in front of bad behavior and they are a mirror. So they reflect back, but they don't take action. So they get walked on a lot. That's a true, and I'm talking a powerful empath, like one that has been put here in order to transform those around them by allowing themselves to be caught up in the mix of what we might call toxic or abuse. Not like clairsentient, who can feel toxic and abuse and might actually know toxic and abuse, but doesn't transmute it back in a different way, okay, in order to heighten the vibration. So a true empath, there's many different kinds, and clairsentient is one of them, but a true empath absorbs your bitch ass energy and then sends it back with love onto the planet to raise the vibration. They're actually worker bees. And it's not pleasant because we all want to have a fun life, right? But clairsentient, I do not choose that. You don't have to, Deborah. But a clairsentient is a person that can walk into like Walmart and feel everybody's energy. So they're like, oh my God, that one, that one. That is a clairsentient or clairsentience. It is to feel the lives of other people as you walk by. Yes, you can absorb it. That's also empathic. But it's not like a heightened empath who's actually here to change the vibration of the planet. They're different levels. They never explain it. Everybody's just like, I'm an empath. There's different levels of it. Yes, you can be both. Yes, they're healers, but they're here with a purpose. Here with a purpose. So empaths can come in many different varieties, but the psychic part of Cancer can feel everything, okay? Everything. You can say hello and they're like, oh my God, she's mad at me. And they'd be right. So they're very much like that. Very, very much. They never talk on like TikTok and that. They're just like, I'm an empath. I feel everything. Yes, clairsentients feel everything. But are you here to stand and allow the energy to come at you and then to work with the lower vibrations and put it back out. So to transmute it into love for the higher vibration of the planet. Is that what you were here to do? It isn't some people's job. Like a lot of people can be psychic, but it's not their job. Okay, so a lot of people can do a lot of things, but it's not their job, right? So, and a dog can step on a bee. Bobby, my dog got bit by a bee. I don't have a dog. Anyway, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So when you're looking at it, understand it, but Cancer comes under that, and Cancer is very precognitive, premonitions. They can dream it, they can see it, they can feel it. And I'm going to use this, Walmart is rough. I know when I go into Walmart, I put my things on and I got my music up so loud, I'm probably going, oh, thank you, Deborah. Yeah, you don't have to do it. You're going to feel shit anyway. I mean, because you're intuitive just by nature. Like, I mean, you can hide in your closet, I guess, but like, as I was saying last night, 2 years ago, it'll be the 29th. So it would have been around the 24th. Jason was talking to his brother, Keith, and he said, don't, it was even before that, because I guess Keith took it in maybe 4 days before. Don't take your bike to that shop. Come to my guy. Come to my guy. They're bullshit there. Jason psychically, empathically knew that, okay? Psychically, empathically knew that and told his brother. Huge premonition. Did not know how to place it in life. Didn't know how to place it, right? Did not know how to place it. Did not know why he felt like that, except he didn't like it. What he was feeling was he was feeling what was to come. That is what he was going to feel. That's what was going to happen. So that's both prophetic without specificity, because not only does psychic information come as it comes through a different language. And a person picking up psychic or mediumship information, who Jason told his brother not to put his bike in that shop and not to go there. He begged him not to go there. Keith took the bike there anyway. He said, bro, don't take your bike there. And they almost got into a fist fight. Like they almost tackled each other. Jason was like, bro, like they got into an argument over it. And Keith's like, I'm going to do it. And Jason's like, don't take your bike there. Yeah. Oh God, probably Jason does. I'm sure he does. Yeah, Deborah, prophetic as hell. So, well, whatever it is you have, it can be a curse and a gift. You know, again, let's look at Anna Nicole Smith. Fucking gorgeous. Drop dead, 5'10". Oh my God, love to look like that. Parade naked through town. Fucking curse in her life, right? Curse. So it's so interesting. Now, when you're getting psychic information like what Jason got, that's the problem. That's why it's so difficult, because people will try to tell you, erroneously so, that psychic information comes specific and you're going to get names and you're going to get this. Some people do get names, but some people don't. And the psychic information, understand, we're here. So we're in a swamp. I'm going to call Earth a swamp. It's about 3 layers up from hell. And I'm going to call it like a swamp, right? So we're stuck in quicksand here. Like it's like wearing the table on your back here. It's like, we can't, like everything. Patience is a virtue. Fuck you, it is not. I should be able to go like that and Star Trek it right over there. It's not a virtue. It just keeps us stuck in a repetitive cycle until we just age out of here, right? However, when you're looking at psychic or mediumship information, understand they're in different dimensions. Again, dead means to step away from God. So it means to give up God, to sell out, and literally step away. People that we say are dead here are transitioning into, yes, he did help me so much. Yes, he did. It's the exact reason why. People who die, your grandparents, your kids, your mom, your dad, whoever, they cross over into a different dimension. Okay, muskrats. I love muskrats. Muskrat Love. Remember that song in the 70s? Don't sing it. I don't like it, but I like the idea of muskrats rubbing noses and feeling happy. So the other dimension, and this is how I always describe it. If you are on a construction site up on the 20th floor of a skyscraper and you're walking along the top of a newly being built construction site, all of those like wood floors and beams, all of the plastic coming down, you know, sectioning off things. If you are doing that, mediumship, it's like you're talking to them, behind the plastic on a beam way over there with the wind howling through. So it's not going to be 100%. People mistake that. That is not true. That Captain and Tennille, there you go. That is not true. You get what you get in the way that you get it. Now, I was thinking of this morning. I had an example. When my mother-in-law passed, I mean, she was like, what was she, 87? I think she was 87 when she passed, late 80s. Anyhow, she was strong, robust, and all of those things. I had a dream about her 2 weeks before she died. I had a dream, okay, about her. I didn't know she died, but in my dream, on the night that I had it, she was in my dream, and she was, you know how little girls go, Wonder Woman, like a little circle like that, but she was in a nightgown, and she was kind of in the ethers, okay, so out of body, in a nightgown, swirling around like Wonder Woman. And then I looked at the TV in the dream, and she was pointing at Jeopardy, the game show. Okay, well, that night she had a stroke, but we didn't know about it till the next day because she lived on her own. So she went into the hospital because she had a stroke, and it was extremely damaging for her. The last thing she said before she died, she wanted the changer and was pointing at Jeopardy on the TV. So you see how the information came to me? I didn't know she had a stroke, but I got her because she was out of body, correct? And then the last thing that I saw before she passed was her pointing at Jeopardy at the TV, and she wanted me to change the clicker, turn it up, whatever it was. So that was exactly that. I saw her. Now, I couldn't tell you it's in the hospital. Is that a good psychic hit or a bad psychic hit? I get the information and I say it. And that's what I'm saying when I'm talking to people and people say, you know, they critique psychics, they critique this, they critique that, they do all of that. If you're truly, people ask me, how do I become more psychic? How do I become more of this? How do I, you know, open my ability? What if I'm wrong? What if I do this? The ego is the thing that critiques. You're ugly, you're stupid, you're fat, you're a piece of shit, you're a whore, you're not a good this, you said that wrong, you didn't punctuate the sentence, you didn't do this. That's the ego, as if somebody over here has the right to say that. Now, they could be accurate, okay? The sentence may not be punctuated correctly, but it's all about intention. And you cannot be a reader and worry about, like, if you're 100%, oh, that's a good one. Prince is your boyfriend. Yeah, they said more women would fuck Prince than they would their husbands, but he looks like a chick. I forget what that saying is. Anyway, when you're looking at psychic work, you have to understand you're an instrument, like a telephone wire. You are not responsible to get it perfect. If somebody comes to you for a reading, right? That's why you don't ask them for readings and you don't trick people into readings. You ask permission, or they come to you for a reading, then you open your energy up. Once you open your energy up, the person who's come to you is responsible for what they hear you say and taking the action accordingly. Okay, you don't ask people for money for curses and all that garbage. That's crap. But a psychic, even as a new psychic, if you want to practice, ask your friends to text you a question and think about it and text them back. That's what you do. You cannot worry about what you say. I've said some off-the-wall shit to people, like crazy shit that I did not understand why I was saying it. I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to relay the message. I am a telephone. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm taking conversation from here and bringing it down here. And for me, it comes in the way of, I get images, I hear voices, whatever. I hear things. However it comes is how it comes. So you are relaying, and you can say, take it or leave it. What gets people in trouble is they have a need to be right. It doesn't matter if you're right. It matters if you gave any information to the person, the sitter, that's helpful to them. If you didn't give them anything that's helpful, or they don't understand it, then, you know, it's that way. But you tell them, you take it or you leave it. And you can't go, I'm not right, I'm wrong, I said this wrong. No, it's information. That's why when I'm getting information about any event, news event, I don't read about it. I don't know the specifics. I don't know anything. I don't know any of that. I'm just going on what, like, on that radio show. I'm just literally talking about, this is what I pick up. You asked me about this person's name. I don't even know much about it prior to it. Here's what I get. Do I know where it happened? Am I up on the specifics? No, I'm not up on that. But here's what I get from the energy of this person. And it's not meant to be. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm okay with being wrong. We have to be okay with being wrong. You're okay. You're not like a robot. You're allowed to be wrong. So when people critique anything, they make it very hard for people to be themselves and comfortable because they're always going to be critiqued. And with mediumship or with psychic work, that's not going to be helpful for you to worry about whether you're right or not, because you're going to get anxiety. Am I right? If I'm not right, you don't know. Maybe something comes through. Maybe it's Sloan Wireless. Yeah. Maybe something comes through differently, you know, this, that, or the other, right? So it can come through like this or it can come through like that. And it may make sense later on. It may, I'm telling you, it may make sense later on and you may not. Fucking Bobby wrote a shit ton of stuff on my Instagram when Keith died that I was like, I don't even know what this means. Every single thing she said in the last almost 2 years came to show up, and it actually sent us on adventures into other people's lives for us to research them. That is the point. It's not whether you're 100% right like a fucking circus clown. Here, perform, monkey. No, not a monkey. I'm going to use, you ask for my feelings as a psychic or what information I get. I'm going to do the best I can to give it to you. You're not going to connect with everybody. It's not always going to be right. And it's not always going to be the way you want to hear it either. I've screamed at Deanna. Trust me when I tell you that. I'm like, why are you saying that? She's like, I'm not. I'm the messenger. I get pissed at her when she says so. I'm like, but I want this. She's like, but you're not. But I do. Well, you're going to check. No, I want it this way now because we're human. That's our ego. Okay? That's our ego. That's the ego. That's it. I never knew how my stepson was going to die, but I knew it. I knew it was going to be by October. I knew when I got pregnant with Keith that Jimmy was going to die. I knew it. I heard it. I had no idea how he was going to die. Did not know that he had a drug problem at the time that I got pregnant with Keith. Nobody could see it. It wasn't obvious. So I didn't know, but they gave me the information. They also gave me the information about Keith, only I didn't know if it was Jason or Keith. That's documented. I started to say, I'm going to bury one of them by September. They put it in my head. That's what they do. They put it in my head. Like yesterday, scopolamine. Okay, I said it again. Apothecary. Okay, there. I'll stop. Anyway, that's what happened. So that's how psychic really works. And if you're looking for a miracle worker, it's not necessarily going to happen like that. Some people are more advanced than others. Some people connect. All of those things. But it's so interesting that certain things that we think psychics are and the critiquing. So the critiquing that we do to other people doesn't allow them to express the way they should. We should be free to express and we should be free to create without being judged for every little thing that happens. Scopolamine. I was literally talking to Bobby. I was coming back from Mount Baldy. I was supposed to have a call with my lawyer. She canceled it today. Everything is going good. Anyway, I was coming back from Mount Baldy, so I was on the phone with Bobby. I was getting off close to my house, and suddenly I said, Bobby, scopolamine. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking? I just heard it. So we looked it up, and do you know, it is a drug that they use, Bogota, and for voodoo Haitian dances. Now here I go on this tangent. And they just take something like this, get really close to you, put it in a pen, like a dart, and they blow it at you, and you're very suggestible. And do you know they don't check for it in autopsies? And do you know that they don't, it goes out of your body within 48 hours, and unless you take a hair strand from the bottom like this, yes, they do the blowfish and the scopolamine. That's the voodoo, that dead dance that the voodoo people do. You know, you've seen them and they go into a trance, like they blow the powder in their face. That's Haitian voodoo right there. That's what that shit is. I never knew what that white powder was. I'm like, why are they blowing like flour in their face? That's what that is. Anyway, the psychic part of me just said scopolamine like this. And so Bobby got one thing, Deanna got another, and I got scopolamine. So that's how the three of us worked on Carmen's daughter that was missing. we all jumped off of this, that, and the other. Deanna did the reading. I got this. Bobby got something. So you put all three people together and you have a reading. But it's not going to come through like a fucking 100% like this, that, and the other. Why would it come through like that? It's not conversation like this. You have to learn the subtle language and the subtleness of the spirit communication in a different dimension, because we are in quicksand here. It's like running up a, come on, Lou, look. There's little Cancer Lula. Hi, Lula. Hi. Hi, Louie. There she is. She's getting ready to pounce, y'all. I can see that tail. I can see, yeah, she does speak. She's a Cancer. She was sleeping on my purse over there because she thinks I'm going out again. And she'd be right. But she thinks I'm going out again. So she's like plunked down on my purse. She crawls in my purse. She crawls out. But I have a little knapsack, so she has to sit on it. Yeah, she's so cute. She's a Cancer. I knew it when I saw her. They kept telling me Leo, but she ran in the shower and hid by the water. And then she ran right under there and hid under there. And I couldn't get her out. I'm like, that's Cancer. That ain't no Leo doing that shit. That's a little Cancer hiding. Anyway, we are very close. Right here, we're in a very murky energy. I want you to imagine. So let's say you're comfortable with your body right now. Most of us are not, but let's say you are. Let's say you're the perfect weight, height, and everything. And you can run and you can feel free and all of those things. So you don't feel burdened by an overly cantankerous body, let's say. But just imagine if you were carrying an extra 100 pounds and then your people that were passed away didn't have that extra 100 pounds. So which part of the mountain are the two of you communicating from? Because the one without the extra 100 pounds is probably 2.5 miles ahead of you on the trail as you're gasping. And you're trying to hear what they're telling you about come in for lunch. So they're like, I'm going back down, lunch. And you can't hear them. So you have to learn the subtleness of the psychic community. Okay. April 3rd, Marlon Brando. Yes. You have to learn the subtleness of reading the spirit energy and those little things that happen in order for them to communicate. That's kind of how it does. Yeah, the zombie song on there. Also, by the way, kind of looked like a really weird picture of that person that we're talking about that I said I was going to talk about. Kind of looked like a weird picture. Like, remember in, what's the movie? I love it. Gladiator. Remember Gladiator? Remember, what's his name? The Gladiator. Marcus Aurelius, but I can't remember his real name. What the hell is that actor's name? He's also an Aries. Owns a baseball team, football team, whatever. Some kind of team. Anyway, Marcus Aurelius is fighting in the Colosseum. And the tigers come out and they're coming to get him like this, right? Russell Crowe, thank you. I'm like, and he's doing that. That's called CGI. So was that picture on the bridge CGI? I'm just curious because it doesn't look, it looks deflated. It looks interesting. It looks like deflated. I love Gladiator. Maximus Aurelius. Yes, I love Gladiator. My favorite one by far is Braveheart. I'm really sorry if you don't like Mel Gibson. He's a Capricorn. I find him fucking amusing. Let's see what his rising sign is. Mel Gibson, I just find amusing as shit. Just amusing. I love his drunk, writhing. I'm used to those kind of messages. I was married to that. That conversation he had that they taped, pretty much I grew up with that. Okay, Mel Gibson. So when I hear it, I'm like, oh my God, I recognize that. It feels like home. I'm kidding. All right. I will never let that happen again. Natal chart. All right. Okay, Mel Gibson, natal chart. Let's look. He's January 3rd, Capricorn. I love Braveheart. I love it when the queen goes up to the dying stupid English king, stupid, with his gay son. And the son's like, like that. Like he likes Braveheart being hurt. So you just want to go like this to the son. But anyway, she goes right up. And as the king is dying, well, remember the father pushed the king out the window, right? I mean, king pushed his son out the window, or somebody pushed the son out the window and he died. Anyway, she goes right up to the dying king and she says, she's telling him she's pregnant with Braveheart's baby. This makes the king's eyes roll back in his head and he basically dies of a stroke. It's fantastic. I gave out Braveheart when I was pregnant with Keith. I watched Braveheart and I loved it so much that I gave it away for Christmas gifts to everybody. Yes, the son's lover out the window. Thank you. I knew it was one of them. Right. Killed the son's lover. And then the wife's like, guess what? Guess what? I know, but the kid was obviously born gay. I mean, like, that was the point. That hasn't changed much, has it? Oh my God, Mel Gibson, y'all. Cancer rising. Shut up. Okay, Cancer rising. And a Libra moon. The Libra moon is where you get the anger. Yes, he is a Cancer rising. I'm sorry, he is. He's a Cancer rising. He's a wood goat. Cancer rising with the Libra moon. Libra moon is extremely artistic and extremely chaotic, harboring chaotic tendencies in order to get reactions out of people. So he'd be a poker like this, but let's see. Like he'd push your buttons. Oh my God, look at that. Shit. Uranus on the second house retrograde. He came in this lifetime to actually do what he did. And he's got Pluto in the second house retrograde. He's got, no, it's not retrograde, pardon me. Just Uranus is retrograde. Oh no, Pluto's retrograde and Jupiter's retrograde. That's his money, money, money. He came back to do that. He had a desire line from the past life where he didn't want to be without the money. And there's his little Libra moon on the fourth house cusp. On the fifth house cusp, we have Neptune, we have Mars, we have Saturn in the fifth. So there's some issues. 29 degrees Scorpio. Shit. Mercury, you know, he might be pretty psychic. I don't know if he is or not. Yeah, Libra moon has to watch that they don't become, don't get mad at me, passive aggressive due to harboring anger that they keep inside. Yeah. But Libra moon can also be artistic, as in the actual artist, painter, drawer, something along those lines too. I can't believe tomatoes and eggplant are in the nightshade family. I think they are. So when we're communicating, we all understand that now, right? I myself just took a look at Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson cracks me up. I mean, he's definitely an addict and he's definitely toxic. I recognize those drunken rants about Jewish people, whatever he said to the cop, so very much. You have no idea how much I recognize the rant that they put public. You have no idea. I must have heard that one on just in my face, like right here or from the couch a lot. I must have had that. Yeah, with parents who ruined my life. Okay, so let's take that. Yes, he was gay. Who was gay? Mel Gibson or the lover of the son on the Braveheart? I'm missing now the voicemail to his wife. That is my marriage. That voicemail to his wife was what I lived with for 33 years till I walked out. And in fact, I walked out and taped a conversation like that. Deanna and Brian heard, and Lori, every conversation in the midst of my marriage, to the point that they wanted to go kaboom, stop sending us these texts. They all heard the conversations. All of that. That is toxic and addicted. So what kind of addiction it is, I'm going to go with alcohol. Everybody is judgmental. Oh, everybody is judgmental. Absolutely, everybody's judgmental. What I'm talking about is when people, when people choose to take it upon themselves. Like, for example, on a public platform here, if you don't have anything constructive to say, are you doing that? Stop. Hey, come here. Look at it. She's trying to get attention. Look, come here. She just ran away from me. She just ran away, y'all. See, she was going like this because she's a Cancer and I'm not giving her attention and she feels abandoned. Okay, so there's that, right? She feels definitely abandoned. I know, she's like, take care of me. Okay, so what was I going to say? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, when we go on public platforms and we critique people about very minute things, things that you think, things that this, but it's like, okay, some of the worst narcissistic people I've had arguments with will say to me, you have a lot of spelling mistakes. Is that the only thing you critique is my spelling? Is that what you want to say? Like, whatever, I have spell check. So it's so interesting that suddenly the energy of a person that wants to find fault. Remember, when we're talking about toxic relationships, which a lot, are you doing that, Tallulah? Did you hear that? She just did that. Anyway, when you, aha, do you see? She ran right under. Okay, so when you're looking at people, when you're on a public forum, why do you feel it necessary to, oh, thank you for that. Why do you feel necessary? Why do you feel necessary to take very, very minute things and critique it? Do you think I know she's very rambunctious. It's her dinner time soon. The grammar police. It's so weird though on public platforms. Like you can tell me to fuck off or something, that's fine. But they go into such detail. Like whoever was there is like, I'm a Cancer and that's not like me. Okay. So it is like cancers because that is the definition of Cancer. There's other definitions and other things in the chart, but I'm just talking about Cancer. And I'm giving you more information that's usually in books about Cancer. So let's just not do that. That kind of stuff is not productive. You can say, I'm like my rising sign, which is Pisces, so I don't act like a Cancer. You see, she's causing trouble. Now she's on the windowsill. Oh, a kitty comes tomorrow. How cute. So the grammar police and people that critique, that's why we don't feel comfortable. So we have to get, yeah, they're control freaks. We have to get very, even if I say something fucked up and wrong, who died and left you, my mom, like to tell me shit? Like why you feel like that's good? You think you're going to stop me? No, I'm going to go out and repeat it. I know you are, but what am I? That's what I'm going to go do. Like, who cares? Like, what's it to you? You feel better doing that? I don't get it. I try to lift people up. So yes, a sasshole, right? I literally try to lift people up. I'm going to let you know you can do it. I'm going to help you do it. I'm going to be constructive if you ask for help. If you don't ask for help, I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to push myself into yourself. I'm not going to help you. So yeah, I'm rubber. You're a clue. Boo boo. I know, it's just really weird to me. And especially about astrology. It's like, shut up. Shut the up. So when people do that now, if I hear it in my person, because, you know, unfortunately, when you marry a toxic person or you have a parent like that, like my mother raising us was so, I don't know about my brother because he was the good child, so I was the scapegoat one, but she was very critiquey of people's looks. Casey Anthony's is toxic as shit. Okay, Virgo, Pisces, rising, and double Pisces. Is your moon in the 12th or the 1st? It changes. See, a double Pisces, that means 2 planets out of the 3 major ones in the same sign. If you're Pisces rising, is your moon in out public or hidden in the 12th? Those are 2 different Pisces risings and 2 different expressions. So, and you can say you're both double Pisces, but is it 12th house or 1st? 1st is presenting outward. 12th is past life. So thank you for the super chat and saying that. Thank you. So you kind of have to, Leos are awful. Okay, here we go. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to block you. You can say that. You're allowed to have your opinion about that. I do judge badly dressed people. Only thing I'm terrible with. You don't come to LA then. Nobody, like we're all like literally this is my footwear when I'm not running. Flip-flops. $12 flip-flops and the sweaty shirt I had on earlier before. So yeah, don't come to LA. Virgos, well, Virgos, see, if you're Virgo, you're going to see the world through the destruction and the breakdown of what is not perfect. I love flip-flops. I'm either wearing, I literally went to my retainer dentist and I couldn't get home to shower or even pee or do anything because it's an hour drive home. So I headed straight over there. And I had my call with the lawyer, and then I was talking to Bobby, both on the way back, because, you know, that's what I do. And then I went to the dentist, orthodontist, and I walked in, and they're like looking at my shoes, because I was dust from my legs down. But up here I was okay, but I was sweaty. I had a stinky cap on. So I just got out the paper towels when you wash your hands and put them on the bottom of the chair. I said, I'm really sorry. I'll wipe it up after, but I didn't have time to change. So I try to wipe my pants off. So anyway, that's what you see in LA. You see people that come in like off of motorbikes, full of grease, flip-flops and some kind of like Hawaiian shorts walking around. People in the weirdest fucking clothes, like they're not even going to dress up for you. California is so laid back. We're lazy. I think we're lazy. My favorite, okay, professional astrologer or Brian, my mentor. I mean, there's no one that compares to him, really. Seriously. So, and there's a lot of really good astrologers out there. There's a lot, but not like him. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, Geminis are chatty. Aquarius moon, very fun. Also just, can be push pull, can be too intellectual up here, too compartmentalized. Um, yes, yes. Cancers. Thank you for saying that. Cancers, Cancer energy is really interesting. Hollywood is Virgo energy. Now that tells you something. Hollywood is like the Angelina Jolies and the Brad Pitts before they were turn and burn. Before that, anyway, it's that. It's like you can't dare. You must stroll out in a gown and be perfect. Hollywood is Virgo, okay? Whereas California, I think, is Leo. Hollywood is Virgo. So now you understand the Virgo, quirky, weirdo. And yes, the city of Hollywood is Virgo, I believe, if I got that right. Yeah, so I live in the bad area of LA. I don't mind it. I like it. Me too. Come on. I'm in the I almost got shot after Keith's funeral. I'm in the gangbang. I live next to gangbangers, and then I'm also in the redneck meth area. And there are not many white people here. There's like white bikers, so like Hell's Angels and Mongoose and all of those. And then there's studio craftsmen. And then there's straight up meth heads and weirdos and homeless. But that's all over LA. So there's that. Yeah, Hollywood is Virgo. Which state is Taurus? I don't know off by hand. My friend Mark Penfield, who years ago, I met Mark. I was pregnant with Jason, actually. Came to Jason's first birthday. Mark wrote 60 books. He's called a mundane astrologer. So he did 60 books for the American Federation of Astrologers. He's a good writer. Gemini with Taurus. I can't remember. No, Scorpio with Gemini rising. Anyway, he wrote mundane astrology books. And so mundane astrology is the compilation of cities and places and events. So not people, but like the United. So he did a bunch of books on that. And he's often quoted. You'll see him quoted in all kinds of astrology stuff. But he even defers to Brian. So Mark will defer to Brian. And they both think that the United States is Scorpio rising. Yeah, this is a whole bunch of different lipsticks. There you go. All right, Moon and Mars. Virgo, Moon, and Mars. Virgo Moon is straight up cutthroat and psychic about how they learn. They're prolific because they will study a subject. So if you're a doctor and you're a Virgo Moon, if you're an astrologer, which Brian is, and a Virgo Moon, if you're a dentist and Virgo Moon, a dog groomer and Virgo Moon, doesn't matter. You will learn your craft so well that you are impeccable. No one can touch you, but you're learning it from a psychic perspective. No one ever thinks Virgo is psychic. It is the most psychic sign. You guys are nice tonight. Thank you. It is the most psychic sign. Virgo gets their psychic information because remember, they live in the 6th house and it's opposite the 12th, which is Pisces. And everybody says Pisces is psychic. Pisces is out of their body and can be addicted. Virgo takes the psychicness of Pisces and brings it into practicality without all the like jumping out of the body and woo-woo. Virgo's just like, oh, it's matter of fact. You're going to need to fix your car by next week. That is Virgo Moon. Virgo Moon is exceptionally psychic. Super psychic, okay? Super psychic. Oh, well, you guys were nice here until we were invaded by a non-light worker. So California is beautiful. I love it. Pisces moon is very, very psychic too, but they have to get out of their own way. Not like Virgo. Virgo just takes no prisoners. Like it's literally out of all the astrologers and all the psychics and all the people I've known in 40 years, it's the one with predominance as a Virgo in their chart that are super, super good. Like there's a placement of it in the chart, loaded 6th house, Virgo sun, moon, or rising, whatever, super psychic. Well, every sign can be psychic. It's if they're willing to open themselves up. And with the way that this channel is fantastic because there's so many prayers and so many light workers on this channel and so many people that connect with God and so many kind people. Look, I'm getting an allergy from the cat. My ears are going red. See, oh my God, my nose drains. But there's so many nice people on this channel, and you can tell when there's like one person that comes in and tries to ruin it. So we're not going to do that. Yeah, we're going to put the calendar back by Monday because I need some help. I'm trying to do it sooner, check back, but by Monday. Virgo, super psychic. Hi, baby. Super. Hi. She's hungry. She's like, Mommy, I'm hungry. So remember that. Like, you guys are so nice on this channel. I am so grateful. The extension of kindness and it's you know what it is because it has nothing to do. You can meditate and be psychic. You can be intuitive. You can remember your dreams. You can do lucid dreaming. You don't have to be like a psychic for a living. You can just be psychic, intuitive in your environment. We all have it. They've shut it down. Is Virgo secretive? Yeah, Virgo can be kinky and secretive. They're not going to tell you all their kinks. Virgo's very kinky. Venus and Virgo, kind of strange. Mars and Virgo can be kind of kinky. No offense to anybody. When this channel, the reason this channel is so kind, seriously, is because Keith set it up. Keith told me to do it, so this is really his energy. I'm just the person that came on to go up front, but never did I think in 2018, and I think it was October I did my first video, I never thought that the video would give me enough money to leave my marriage, the station, to leave my marriage at 33 years, to save the money to move out, which was close to 10 grand to get out. And I was able to do it. And the gift was given to me by my son. And that's psychic. Neither one of us knew why I was doing this at the time. I didn't think, oh, I'm going to do a YouTube channel so I can, move somewhere else and I don't have to deal with this shit. I didn't think that. And Keithy wasn't thinking that. He was just like, this is what you need to do. So the combination, and that's his energy. So that's what that is. I'm so grateful for it. It was liberating, but I didn't know. See, that's a psychic thing. Neither one of us knew, but the timing was correct. So there's probably the ending of a karma. And like I said with that, the way that I figured it, when I got pregnant with Keith, Jason was a planned baby. Jason, the kitty was planned kitty. Hold on. Do you want this? Come here. Just look at her. She's like, no, I went to pick her up. She's like, eh. Jason was planned. Jason was totally planned because John had 2 grown kids and I couldn't be with John if I wasn't going to be able to have a baby because I hadn't had a baby and I was like 20 something. So, oh, thank you, Rita. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Check. You will, Rita. You will. You will. Thank you for that. Very generous. So Jason was planned. We agreed upon it. We agreed on 1 child, which is fair. John had 2, and as long as I had 1 would be good. So when I got pregnant with Keith, I was about to go back out on camera, and then I was pregnant. But I did spend the whole pregnancy on camera. And I think it was a month before the show ended, the show ended, and a month later I had Keith, something like that. But I had a lot of camera work with Keith on camera. But with Keith, I wasn't sure I wanted a second child, even though I saw 2 children. We have free will, but something in Keith, and he came to me, so I chose to have him. I wasn't really impressed with being married at that time. I wasn't really wanting to be in that. And I don't know whether I would have been a good mother without John or not. I have no idea how to judge that, really. But I didn't want to be married. I didn't really like the marriage even back then. Nothing on his fault. Just the idea of marriage is not my thing. However, when I decided to have Keith, I knew at least for 18 years I was going to stay married because I was never going to leave my kids. Never going to leave my kids. So when I left the marriage, Keith left right behind that. So I believe that Keith came into my life to finish a karma with John. He probably knew that we needed karma because neither one of us got along really with each other. He thinks we did, but he's delusional. No one argues that much who gets along. Anyway, I left the marriage and Keith left. So I believe Keith came to help me complete something that I kept trying not to complete. And I really, really believe that because it's unfathomable to me that I finally got myself in my own life and I can be myself without like going to bed anxiety ridden and grinding my teeth, and I have this thing, whatever. Anyway, panic attacks and all of that. But then my son left. So it was very strange. The timing was interesting, actually. So that's what happened. Anyway, Keith set me up with this, and you can hear her back there, right? Keithy set me up. Oh yeah, this is funny. This is sweaty haircut, but thank you. Do you look at? Who are you talking to? Are you talking to them? Tell them. What do you want? You hear that? She's hilarious. You hear her? She's cute. I'm like, talk to them. And she's like, I'm hungry. Hang up. That's what she's saying. I know. She's so cute. You talking? I loves the mew. I loves the mew. You my baby? She knows. I know. She is mad. I'm going to go feed her. Anyway, if it wasn't for Keith, I wouldn't have this whole thing. So I'm convinced this is Keith's energy. So I'm forever grateful. I know he was my protection. He gave me a way to be able to deal with my life and even deal with his death without even understanding what was going on. It's very interesting. I've thought about that a lot. Been very interesting. And he brought all of you to me, not the trolls. Well, he even brought them. They're really fans. So peace out on the trolls. Bye, you guys. I know. She's hungry. Now I'm getting attacked on my ankles. Bye, you guys. Have a good night. All the Cancers have good cake dinner.